Tomorrow's time to vote, and I'm not for a Democrat or Republican. My major concern is what's been said in this campaign. It's really disturbing that you've got a lawyer that's learned how to be a lawyer very well, and that's what law school teaches lawyers, is to manipulate words, say what you don't mean, so that the real truth doesn't come out, to lie, deceive, and misdirect everything that is being said away from them to win at all cost. You all can relate to, maybe not all of you can relate to being in a courtroom. But you've seen it on TV, and it's very similar in a courtroom. And I've been in a courtroom several times, for myself and for others. And the opposing lawyer makes up things, lies about things that aren't true, deceives the judge into believing something about the person that's not true at all, manipulates the words so that, is this starting to sound, like it rings a bell here? When somebody doesn't answer questions, they have something to hide. Just think about when you're in a relationship. If you don't want to answer that question, it's because you got something to hide, usually, and you don't want to incriminate yourself. Obama is somebody that is afraid to even be himself. He stood in front of the cameras and said he doesn't even like his own middle name. So I think that's horrible, that you can't be yourself. And that's what the public demands, is somebody to be themselves. Obama wants to be what everybody wants him to be. Okay? Obama is somebody that is who you want him to be at that moment. Look at the tape. Look at the TV programs when he's been on campaign. He's talking to one group saying that I support your team. He goes to the next town and says, I support your team to win the World Series. He's an opportunist that has been surrounded by lies and deception and deceit all of his life. And that's the friends that he's chosen. He's chosen to be around people that will get him what he wants at all cost. Then he goes to law school and learns how to use rhetoric, to talk about things, to let people know that what they want is what he's about. And then he goes to the next, turns around and turns to the other group of people and says what they want. It was just the opposite of what he told the first group. He's an opportunist that scares me to death. The one thing about his associations, which are all factual, and everybody knows they're factual, it's what his association with Ayers, a terrorist, that nobody in their right mind would associate with somebody like that. And he did it for years because he had an agenda. He had an agenda because he knew that Ayers knew people that could get him ahead in the government. And that's all he cared about, was getting ahead. He associates with the most hateful and racist human being I've ever seen. Reverend Wright. All you got to do is watch or listen to his words, and it's just horrible that you could think that Obama would sit in that church for 20 years and then sit and lie to all of us that he didn't hear it. He didn't hear it because he didn't want to hear it. He believes what Wright throws out to the congregation. And what a horrible thing to do to all the young kids and everything else that Wright throws all that garbage, that hate America, and we don't need people like that in our public office. Rezko, who is being prosecuted right now for many crimes that Obama bought his first house with his help. These are the type of people that Obama surrounds himself with. And there's not, with all these different people in his life, if you went for any other public office or even an FBI agent or a CIA agent or a national security position, you wouldn't be able to go. You wouldn't be able to. They would check your background and they would say, you don't qualify. We don't have enough standards and qualifications on the president right now. It needs to be changed since 9/11. Or Obama Hussein, whatever his name is, he would not qualify. We cannot have people that are associating with criminals their whole life become president of the United States. That affects all of us. He wants to take away our money, and then we get death threats against Joe the plumber because he questioned him. That's the way lawyers work. Lawyers and judges act as though they are somebody that you don't question me. And that's the way Obama asks. He's never done any press conferences, really. He won't answer questions because he knows that he's lying to the American people. And I know that people don't like the word lie and lying, but he is lying to us. And people are eating it up. We have Barney Frank, or whatever his name was, and I'm not a politician or anything, so these things, I make mistakes when I come up with names here, but it concerns me greatly. We have this guy that with the Democratic leaders in the Congress or Senate or whatever it was that allowed this collapse to occur with the housing situation. Realtors that are out there stealing stuff and just worried about paying for their huge house they own themselves. So they want to keep selling houses at whatever cost it is. You know, got to pay for the expensive car they drive. A lot of them drive, the Mercedes. They always got to have the most expensive Mercedes, whether they can afford it or not. They're over their head in debt. So they've got to manipulate these mortgages so that even people that can't afford to buy them, they make it work because they want their commission. It's sad that we've let this go this far. Obama needs to be stopped from his lying to this American public. We're not that stupid. And I certainly hope that, I don't want my money taken away in my business. I don't want to lose my business. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Here he is saying on tape that he's going to bankrupt. He said it. He's going to bankrupt, watch the tape. It's nobody else's words. He's going to bankrupt the coal industry. And electricity is going to skyrocket. I don't want my electricity to skyrocket. I don't want you taking money from me that I work hard to try to achieve more money, income, so that I can get better things for myself and better my life. And you take it from me and give it to somebody that won't get off their butt and that doesn't pay taxes at all. It won't get off their butt and work, but they're going to get money? My money? No, that's not the American way. We're a capitalist society. You work hard and you reap your benefits from your hard work. Obama wants to turn it around and make it into it seems, and I don't know the definitions of these, but it seems from what I've seen like a communistic or socialistic type of and the only reason I picked those words is because I remember Russia, how Russia was.